Hello everybody! Once again, another episode of toilet paper goo, and my beautiful physique. Believe it or not, during the Calgary Stampede, from the Calgary Stampede videos, I have lost a lot of weight, but then I've gained a lot of weight. So I'm pretty much a boob man. But well, who in America and Canada is not boob man these days? So, it's hot as hell in here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to prick. Once again, we're going to try and use up this glue here. We want to use the material, right? That's the point of being environmental is to use up everything you've got. Alternatively, you can also attach a piece of tape. You know, when you roll a tape into a little ball kind of shape, and then that might work as well. So this is an old bottle of glue, so it's not coming out as as I hope it will come out. You don't need that much glue too, you just need a little bit. By the way. Strange. So I'll show you our latest glue bounty. Because you know they say going to the bathroom is a man's greatest feeling. So they say in this, I think it's Moscow on Hudson, where Robin Williams' crazy Russian grandpa character said it was juggling toilet paper and stuff, and saying that going to the washroom is man's greatest feeling, or something greatest achievement, or something like that. It was during the Brezhnev era too. It was like totally mocking the extravagance of Leonid Brezhnev of Russia. Got so many medals. A war marshal, a war hero, and so many medals that they keep on joking about it. Because the ordinary Muscovites basically wanted to live, right? Wanted to live in a relative productivity, and just being a regular citizen, private citizen. So maybe it's not the total blob of glue that we're accustomed to, but yeah, this whole over the years, this whole glue sponge here was all petrified into almost rock. You have to really squeeze it out. Roll, basically roll so you have a nice, there we go, that's coming out. So my ear's infected right now, because I'm probably playing around with all this garbage all the time, the bottle depot, the bottle videos, the recycling videos, this glue video. So let's see what we got for the bounty. I recently came back from the Calgary Stampede, as you saw in some of my videos. So I saw some of the videos earlier this summer. I filmed in the summer. I'm posting them in winter time. I have time, I guess. The Christmas break. So I was part of the cleanup crew for the Calgary Stampede grandstand. You know the fancy rodeo area where all the rich cowboys go to. They have a beer garden and everything, but they have washrooms there. And 10 days of cowboys eating and pooping and peeing. They leave these suckers here. Tons and tons of used toilet rolls. So let us try and find more of the larger, put away some of the larger toilet rolls and keep the smaller toilet rolls, and see how much we can salvage. Here's a large piece here. There's a larger piece here. We'll take these smaller rolls here. See, for example, use this little guy here. Use this little guy. Sometimes you got to be careful because sometimes the reason why they're all crinkly is because they roll out and then they leave a huge tail. You know, that's the thing about toilet rolls is they roll. So you guys are pretty much aware of how I'm fascinated by. Let's turn this all into poop here and turn those bottles into very stinky bottles into money, or into more bottles. So here I am trying to waste toilet paper, which is a big waste. Now that can't be converted into poo-poo, so we'll just throw it into the toilet there. Here's another smaller roll, so and here's another small. Well, actually, let's go for the most smallest roll first, so to get rid of these little buggers, because these buggers are starting to really piss me off. And these two ones are nice, but maybe they look like crin paper of cash registers. To tell you the truth, to be honest, they remind me of print paper. Here's another little thin piece there. So let's use that up. See here, you have a little bit of a roll. You have a little bit of a roll here. So. I'm assuming that this is going to last me this might last me actually a semester, or maybe up until the spring semester where I get more. Hey, there's another roll here. Because I have a huge roll still that needs to be dealt with. These are mid-sized rolls, so we're going to put them back into the bag. This bag here. It's all white, so it's all camouflage, right? Painting camouflage, oh camouflage. I'm painting camouflage. They look like ancient scrolls. Scrolls of poo-poo. Ancient philosophical poo-poo scrolls. So let's just roll this up. We'll fix it when we get a chance, when we have to next time. So we just put this here. And then you put it back into the down here, into the nether regions of the toilet world, or nether regions. And throw this back into the toilet. So now let's begin rolling the rolls. Alright, let's just fix this here. Nice sexy boobs there. They quite disgust me. Uh-oh. As you can tell, as you can see, the glue has dried off. So we gotta get back to work, get back cracking to maybe we'll pop another hole in the Petra sponge here. There we go. I don't know how much longer this Petra sponge can hold out, but I want to use up all this glue. It's been with us. I don't want to become a family heirloom, you know. So we think it's sticky enough there. So let's grab one of these smaller, see what I mean by rolling out? There we go. You can get a much smaller roll here, and place it here, which is all stuck on there pretty good. Maybe grab whatever glue is on the blade here, and just use that to further reinforce the scissor blade here, and just reinforce the scissor, smear all the glue there, and then just reinforce the roll here. Okay. And just keep on rolling, 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 rolling. And what you can do is grab a how should we call it? Grab a tape. You can do this with tape too. So if you have the fortune to work as a janitor job, don't really poo-poo it, literally, poo-poo it, or figuratively. Embrace the fact that we're only there for Stampede for a short while, and you can get some free supplies. So it's a gross job, I know, because you have to clean up after a huge quote-unquote stampede of cowboys and drunk fairgoers, but sometimes some of the benefits are rewarding. Like for example, you get paid in supplies. Now I'm going to turn this TP into PP. Let's roll it, roll it, roll it. Try and roll it as tight as you can, but I don't think it's the machine tight. You probably have a don't press the Charmin, or don't squeeze the Charmin, hey! And always, get the last of it, everything. Just like the soap dispenser here. See, I'm a very clean guy. See, there's another good wipe down here. And I think we could try something else here. We could apply glue to the end here instead of, see now it's much more thinner now that we've apply another roll of glue here. So we can try to attach more, to it. Now I'm under some crazy medication right now, some antibacterial that I've got to eat some. So I don't know. I've got to eat food with bacteria meds. Maybe nowadays it won't drip out anymore. Now maybe we just have to smear it with the butter knife kind of thing here. Anyway. So what I'm doing here is I'm just basically smearing it on the blade here, and I don't have a GoPro camera, so I'm basically smearing on the blade and just going like that. See? So that should be sticky enough. Yep, that's quite a bit of glue right there. So. Now we can attach this little sucker to it. Same thing, same rules apply. Maybe try to even that out. There you go. Cut off the square. This toilet paper comes in squares. Try to attach it so the glue doesn't stick to the other papers. There we go. And roll away. Roll away, roll away, roll away. Roll away, roll away, roll away. So we'll try this experiment of a super roll here. Ah, look at that. That's recycling. Not recycling, but reducing. Reduce. The 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. In this case, it's a reuse. And it's a reduce. Reduce of waste. Let's see if we can tighten the sucker. Let's see if we can undo this and tighten it up a little bit more. This is getting too weird for me. Aha, use my fingers to tighten it up maybe. There we go. Let me just hold it against my body here and just make sure it's all tight. There! Much better. Because I hate waste. So this is Calgary Stampede. The legacy of the Calgary 2018 Stampede. It's quite a slow year this year. We didn't get enough donations for the foundation, the 50-50 draw and whatnot. I was hoping for more of a draw this year, but aha! So look how we can perhaps attach even another roll to it. So let us go down here. Add some more glue and continue rolling. Roll one of these larger ones too. Make a sound. Maybe I'll work the bathrooms next Stampede. Work the bathrooms. Alas, my boobs have returned. The glue is pretty much congealed down here. Yeah, here we go, 3 drops is good. If you can, with an old glue stick, try to keep the I've just learned that, try to keep the nozzle clean so it doesn't harden up. It's an old accounting trick of how you pick glue and you attach the glue to the you attach glue to a piece of paper of receipts, and then you give it to, this is for how you calculate one of those how do you say business expenses. My dad's coming back to Canada in about a year or so. And I'll probably have to do this, be an office visa for him. I'll go for it, but whatever. As long as the family fortune returns to itself. I mean, this whole house is built with family fortune. Before Dad moved to China, because he was my dad moved back to China, so see, it's starting to come down, starting to form at the bottom here. Let's how super mega embarrassing. I have to resort to old glue stick tricks. Okay, so let's just use this one here. Same thing. Rip off the square. This is the nozzle, the faucet handle. Try try to apply the piece to the top here, so no glue is sticking out. Otherwise, it'll start sticking to the other pages that you don't want to stick.